So today we're doing some comparative exercises on the guitar. We're comparing the first position of the guitar on the 4th string to the 13th position of the guitar to see the similarities. And we're also comparing a D major triad to a D minor triad on the 4th string. Follow the lesson for free. You can pick up all the exercises from these videos for free. But if you're interested, this is number 34 and number 35 from my book, Exploring the Fretboard, 100 Exercises for Intermediate Guitar, and there's a link for that in the description. Of course, if you're a little bit more serious, it's important to see the music notation and to have the whole book for proper study. So the reason we compare, we've done this a few times already with other exercises, comparing the first position to the 13th position, because what you find is that if you play the identical passage here and here, the fingering is the same, the finger pattern is the same, but it's just one octave higher. So it really demystifies this area of the guitar, which is confusing for students, because a passage like this one is exactly the same up here, it just sounds one octave higher. But of course, it's too easy just to play the fingering. The fingering is exactly the same, so it's just too easy to kind of just do that and say like, oh, check mark, I know how to do that. We must say the note names out loud. If we say the note names out loud, then we're really going to bring the point home that the musical alphabet just repeats itself at the 13th fret here. So it's exactly the same note names, it's just one octave higher. So if we do that slowly, E flat, F, E flat, F, G, A flat, G, F, E flat, E flat, F, E flat, F, G, A flat, G, F, E flat. So it's all exactly the same. The fingering is exactly the same, and what I said is exactly the same, but it just sounds one octave higher. So that means that whether you're, sight reading music or playing music in this position, that kind of demystifies that aspect. Or if you're improvising or, doing something like that, that also demystifies it because it's just exactly the same here as it is here. Very important point that we just don't do and lots of students just don't do these comparative exercises often enough to understand this area of the guitar. It's not a mystery up here. It's exactly the same layout as down here. So number 35 compares a D major triad to a D minor triad on a single string. So I'll just play it first. So to make a D minor triad from a D major, we just lower the third of the chord. When I say third, the third scale degree, like D, E, F sharp. So that F sharp becomes an F natural when we make it a minor. Like all the exercises in my book, if we just play the fingering though, none of that, it doesn't mean anything. We just kind of learn a fingering. But if we say the note names out loud, it becomes very clear what's happening in the music, right? D, F sharp, A, D, A, F sharp, D, E, F natural, A, D, A, F natural, D. That D is a little bit lower than I can sing. So yeah, just by lowering the third of the triad. And if you don't understand that music theory, that's okay. Part of the book is also just going through it and building up anchor points. So like after doing this exercise and repeating it for a few days, you'll really know like where the F sharp and F is and where the A is and the octave D. So you're really going to build some good anchor points as well. So there's so many benefits to doing this. And don't worry if you don't understand everything. Do the activities, say the note names out loud, and you'll be learning a lot. And you can always come back and do the book again after you've gained more theory knowledge. But for now, it's about becoming familiar with the fretboard and just breaking out of like position playing and just using the whole fretboard and getting to know it. And then pretty soon we're going to start doing comparative exercises where we compare things across the strings, not just on single strings. So stick with it, one exercise at a time, 2 minutes a day, and repeat that for a few days and then move on to the next one.